There was a coup in Bangladesh, followed by a widespread violence, deadly violence, because of which even the Prime Minister of the country for the past 15 years had to resign and flee. And now, the army is going to take over and is hoping to restore peace. But what does it mean for India and Indians, and why should we care? I will tell you in detail why should India be concerned. But if you are not planning on watching the full video, the gist of the matter is that even though it is happening in Bangladesh, the target is India and Hindus. Let us understand how and why. So before we get into the Bangladesh-India issue, make sure you watch my videos about Lebanon and Rohingya here. I will also put the links in the description below. That will tell you how India is on the path of becoming Lebanon. And this Bangladesh incident is just proving my point. There are a lot of events that led to this coup, and you have to see all of them together to get the full picture. Only then it will all make sense. None of these events you see in the news are isolated events. They are all connected. So let me show you the connection. We must go back to 2014 when the political party Bharatiya Janata Party BJP wins the election riding on the Hindutva wave. That could be loosely marked as the restart or the start of Hindu Renaissance. Then demonetization happens in November 2016, which put a huge dent to the flow of the funds to all the illegal activities, especially in Pakistan. Then in 2019, two very significant things happen. BJP comes back to power for the second term with an overwhelming absolute majority. And CAA NRC bill is passed in both houses. And the significance of this bill can be judged by the ruckus, the violence and the upheaval caused by all the anti-national forces in the country. I'm sure you know about Shaheen Bagh protest in Delhi in December 2019, which was followed by very violent Delhi riots. All of this ended around March 2020, and in August 2020, farmers' protest began, which caused the country to lose millions of dollars every day and lasted for almost a year and a half. You can notice the pattern and the modus operandi of the farmers' protest and the Shaheen Bagh. They were the same, just different actors. The last domino to fall was Ayodhya Ram Mandir consecration in 2024. Even though the decision from the Supreme Court on Ram Janmabhoomi came in 2019, it became a reality when the consecration happened. The idea that Hindus can reclaim their sacred land from Muslims was unthinkable until Ram Janmabhoomi happened. And this was terrifying to Islamists. Because if Ram Janmabhoomi is taken, then what is next? Mathura? Kashi? What else will they lose? Then, even after a lot of funding and meddling in the election process, they could not get Congress and their other stooges into power. So now the Christian, Islamist, communist lobbies had to find other ways. And this is where Bangladesh comes into the picture. The idea is to surround India with absolutely hostile countries which will act as launchpad for all the enemies of India. Bangladesh is the first one to go, and most probably and unfortunately it might get a lot worse before it settles down. I hope not. Nepal, Sri Lanka, Myanmar and Bhutan will follow. You just watch. What might happen now is that there will be more influx and overflow of anti-India entities from across the border. And across the border in Bangladesh, Hindus might suffer like never before. The Indian government should get CAA in motion in Godspeed, faster than ever. The anti-India church activities in the northeast states, which are already being dominated by the cookie activists and terrorists, will increase and become more and more brutal. Now you know almost everything that led to this coup. In the interest of time, I only covered the major events, but if you do your own digging, you'll be able to connect the finer dots too. And if you're thinking, how does this information apply to you or affects you? Then here's the answer. Every single violent video that you will see circulating on social media from Bangladesh can happen to you or your loved ones tomorrow. The sooner you accept this fact, the better prepared you can be and more chances of being able to avoid those consequences. It is high time Hindus come together under one single umbrella of Shatrubodh and forget all their differences for now. Fill out the Google form in the description below and let Breathing History be the platform that brings all the like-minded Hindus together who would stand up for each other, who would spread the awareness about Shatrubodh so we can avoid any violence or pain to our loved ones, our sisters, our mothers, our motherland, and for all Hindus, since they are the target. Hindus are the target. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.